2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set, 19.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Texans first down.
On first down, it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He's coming.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run with Muhammad. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Gordon can't break through against this defensive line. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the
touchdown, LA! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays.
And we'll see how determined they are.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's got room. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. I know it's a cliche, but he's a Stanford kid, so his ability to read and diagnose and make a play, you kind of figure he's got that, and he does. Nice play by Justin Reed getting near the line of scrimmage and making the tackle. But he can play the deep ball as well, patrol center field. I just love all of his skill attributes, and when you really need him, he can jump into the slot and cover guys as well.
On 3rd down, Taylor being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here's Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down now, Muhammad. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, Muhammad. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go again with Muhammad. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
They'll try the right side this time, here with Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Next to score, Chargers 31, Texans nothing. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Texans' 48-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Check 26. Check 26.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Taylor on third down. Into heavy traffic. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The intended receiver there, Allen. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense, oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And some room to work. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Muhammad. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Caught by Nelson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Here's Muhammad. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Taylor going to throw. Hauling it in, Nelson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Here's Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the mess? And Hyde is going to need somewhere to hide. He's tackled in the end zone for a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Let's go, fellas.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. There he goes, left side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the home team here,
Ladies and gentlemen,